It's been a minute.
Shot. 2 shots.
What is up, guys? Welcome. If you're checking this out or looking at it on replay, my name is Ronnie Haskins, Auto Search USA. I am here today to discuss training with our brokers. We decided to do this live. We're going to go live and do training every week for some specific reasons that we feel like we need to get better, all of us, right? So also, this is also something that you could be part of. If you're looking to earn extra income part-time, working from home, or in studio, we're always looking for more people who want to come in and work with us to grow together as a team. And we feel like we can learn together as a team instead of me trying to teach them everything I know. They just get with me and we go through it, and the best idea wins. So welcome. And now we're going to go through our outline. Let me bring everybody in. We have Clayton, Marcus, and Lauren here today. How are you guys doing?
Good.
So last week we left off with Clayton's pitch. He's been working on his social pitch. And if you read the description of this video, it's kind of long, but it talks about why we need a good elevator pitch, a good social pitch that you use daily in writing on social platforms all over the place, because it defines who you are and what you present and what you bring to the market. So we're going to walk through this with Clayton because he's been working on his pitch for a few weeks now, and we're going to see if he's making improvement. And if you want to add anything to it and give us feedback, feel free to leave that feedback in the comments. So, all right, Clayton, how would you like to start this, and who do you want to pitch to?
Just going to talk to everybody. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today because we were talking off camera about this earlier, and Lauren came up with something that was really interesting to me, and I liked it a lot. So
You're switching it up on the fly?
I am.
Okay.
So
are you going to start? Wait a second. Let's paint the scene and give people context.
Okay.
You're standing at a networking meeting, or you're at the club or the shooting range, and Lauren says, you should look at her. She says, "Hey, Clayton, how are you? What do you do?" So you guys can role play this, and Clayton can bring us in on exactly what he does.
Yeah. So, hey, Lauren, great to meet you. So I am a licensed auto broker with Auto Search USA. I'm not a car salesman. We offer an alternative to spending long hours at the dealership and having to choose only from the inventory that they have on the lot. We save people time, and we solve vehicle problems.
You don't sell cars?
I do sell cars, but I'm not a car salesman.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Well, what was your feedback on that, Lauren?
You have to let me say hi back. You ran right.
Ooh, this is great.
Right.
That's a great point.
But he said, what do you do?
I set it up, but I'm with you on this. I thought he was going to role play with you.
Yeah, I was waiting to say hi.
Let's role play again.
Okay.
Clayton, you just met her, right? But she's got a valid point.
Yeah.
If you're picking up on it, he just says hi and let me give you this 30-second pitch.
Well, yeah. That was because it's cool. Yeah.
I teed it up, but let's do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lauren walks up to you and she's speaking first.
Hi, Clayton. I'm Lauren. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Lauren, how are you? It's nice
Good.
to meet you too.
What do you do?
Well, I'm an auto broker. I'm a licensed auto broker with Auto Search USA. I'm not a car salesman. We offer an alternative to spending long hours at the dealership and having to choose only from the inventory that they have on the lot. We save people time, and we solve vehicle problems.
I like that. As a mom, I can totally dig not wanting to spend time in a dealership away from my kids, and who knows what they're doing when I'm gone. And and I'm not really heard when I go to a dealership. They always talk to my husband. They never talk to me. So I really like that. It's a good key point.
What's your feedback, Marcus?
I like how Lauren brought this up the first time. She said, you don't sell cars. And I like how you were like, yes, I do, but I'm not a car salesman. I think what that will insight is its own little conversation as it is. Because you're like, okay, well, if you sell cars, but you're not a car salesman. How does that work, right?
How does that work?
And then
Good
you
point.
and then you can explain the because that's probably a question you'll get asked with that.
Sure.
And then
That's
you can
kind of
go
the
into
point,
exactly.
right?
No, that's what I'm giving you props on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting way to start a deeper conversation into the process we have here, and I really like that.
And Lauren brought that up earlier. And then funny thing is at my networking meeting earlier this morning, I was thinking of saying something, well, what I said, hers was a little bit different, but it was the same concept. And I was like, I really like that. And I almost said that this morning. So I'm definitely going to do that in the future.
Well, thanks for giving me props.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we watched the footage back from last week, this was definitely a step in the right direction. Big step in the right direction.
It felt really natural. Like
Yeah.
it was definitely more of a natural feel. It didn't feel like it was uncomfortable for you to say or anything like that.
Well, I
You have
feel-
to be. It has to feel good coming from you. Absolutely, 100%.
And that's part of it. I feel way more confident. I'm feeling like really good today. Maybe it was the supplements I took this morning. I don't know. But
It's the bagels
feel
you brought in.
I feel super confident, and I felt that way since right after I woke up this morning.
Amazing.
My feedback would be the same. He was smoother, and it felt more polished when you were speaking.
Yeah.
Which just means one thing: you've been practicing. None of us are just these magical speakers that are paying top billing to speak anywhere. But if you're working on your pitch at home for your business, practice. We got to practice. So I can tell you practice. One other form of feedback with context is we solve vehicle problems. So I think that's great if you expect them to understand what you're talking about.
Well, they can ask.
Okay.
You can't assume, but you can't assume that they'll ask. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to assume that.
Well, there's so many different problems that pop up with vehicles, so they're going to need some kind of clarification.
What specific problems do you solve? Like to me, I like it. I'm not against you doing it. I'm just, and you're going to do your pitch. I can't control you. You can do your pitch.
Well, it can be a little generalized. I mean, I think that's where you're going with that. It's a little maybe too gray area generalized because, yeah, that may spark a question, but then how do you answer that? What do you mean you solve vehicle problems? And, I would go straight into an example of a problem that we have solved because we solve problems.
If you're assuming they've got another 30 minutes to listen. So
Good point.
I think the goal for me is to listen. We should be listening to our consumer or our prospect or whoever we're talking to. So if your goal is to say we solve vehicle problems just so you can have another valuable answer,
Right.
then I'm not sure it's going to be very valuable to what you do.
Right.
But I think that we solve specific vehicle problems. Mainly, new cars, used cars, cars that are 3 years old and newer, over $35,000. We produce those solutions for our clients. So I think it's great. I think it's great that you practice. I'm very happy that you practice your pitch.
Thanks.
Another thing I would say is I know you were reading off your phone, but it didn't seem like the last couple times, the last couple weeks, it seemed robotic, right?
Okay.
The voice inflection
Yeah.
you had over certain words, that went a lot better.
Well, I've actually
the
been-
practice has been
I've been reading it, but it's shorter.
Yeah.
That's a thing, that's part of it because it's short. It's more to the point because I'm wordy. That's my nature is to make conversation.
Well, that's good. Let's move on to Lauren. Lauren is ready to go live with her pitch. Day one, off the bat. If you haven't met her yet, this is Lauren Tam. We're going to have Marcus be her role play model and ask her a question. What's so cool about Lauren is I haven't even given her a pitch to work on, and she took the book, Key Person of Influence, and she started designing her social pitch. By the way, that's where we're getting this information, guys. I believe that even though I've been doing this for almost 30 years, that I can even get better and improve and change and evolve with the time. So this new book we're reading is helping us craft this pitch in a more effective way instead of, well, we've always done it this way. We don't want to ever be those people. So Lauren grabbed the book, already read it all the way front to back, and she's ready to deliver her pitch now. And she's been with us, 3 days?
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow,
No,
okay, great.
technically a week. It was a week.
Okay, well, let's make sure the microphone is facing the right way.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get a boom mic, Marcus.
I know.
You know, that I can have.
from the light.
Maybe. But yeah, okay. So you guys do the role play and let them talk, and then we'll give her feedback.
Okay, so really quick, it's a little bit long, so can I do both the short version and the long version?
As long as you do it in 2 different role
In
plays.
2 different role plays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so
because I
he
want
could follow
feedback.
up and
I would
say,
love feedback
okay.
from other people.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Marcus. How are you?
I'm doing well, Lauren. How are you?
I'm doing really great.
Nice to meet you. What do you do?
I'm an auto broker. As an auto broker, I'm not in the market to sell cars. Instead, I value your time and make sure that your individual needs are met. With a passion for empowering busy moms and savvy shoppers alike, I'm here to transform your car buying journey into a VIP experience. So that's the short version.
What was that?
That's the short version.
That's the short version. So
And I wrote it this morning. It's not rehearsed. I have to practice it. I wanted feedback before I memorized it. And
your confidence level is really good.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like it's great.
so I'm a mom, and my focus really is going to be to those moms out there because my history of I'm a mom of 5, and so my history of dealing with children and my past work experience has all been catered to families and children, and so that is what I know. So one of the things that they talk about in key person of influence
Yeah.
is, what do you know? You're an expert at something. So what are you an expert of? I'm an expert at being a mom. Am I a perfect mom? Absolutely not. I have yet to meet that person. But what's really cool is with the whole selling cars aspect, how does that fit in? Well, there's a lot of areas that I could see where it really fits in for road trips and just family life. How much is a family in a car? That's really like a lot. One way for traveling one way. So I feel like where he really talks about you have years of experience. What is your experience at? My experience is at traveling with my children a lot.
I would think you'd have some specific insight on what vehicles would fit mothers based on what you went through with 5 different kids. I mean, that's
leather seats.
Yeah, you get leather seats. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do it again and give us the long version?
Yeah.
Can I give my
Yes.
little feedback
Go
to
ahead.
that first part? So, as a young married man, that last part, I mean, I totally get your target market is 100% going to be moms and those women. But when you're meeting and introducing yourself to a man,
Mhm.
like immediately for me, that was just kind of like a disconnect. It's like, oh, she only works with women. All right. I can keep my eye and ear out for referrals potentially.
Okay.
But if anything comes with my personal vehicle, I'd be like, she only works with women.
Okay.
I don't think that makes sense.
It does. It does.
That's actually a good point because you don't have kids.
Yeah. No, I'm recently married. No
Well,
kids.
no, and that I'm not saying you
No,
need
exactly.
to right
No.
away. I'm just saying
Sound
that
like
you
a
have to.
mom.
Actually, I didn't even think about it because I do have kids.
Yeah.
And that's a really good point.
I think 2 things to keep in mind. Like as a dad, I was like, oh yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But this guy's single with married with no kids, and it's like,
But I
Yeah.
can't. But the struggle that I'm having with creating a niche, you can't create. I'm not going to fit everybody. Yes, like you can service everybody, but your probably target market would be people who do race car driving, or so you're not going to cater to, let's say, moms,
Yeah.
right? Like when you come to me and you give me your pitch, or when you come to me and you give me your pitch, I'm not necessarily going to be the most connected with your pitch or your pitch either. So do I open this up and try to connect with everybody, which I think is the opposite of what we're trying to do. And I do need to create a niche. So maybe I need Christy in here.
well, glad that you actually defended your position because
Yeah, absolutely.
we're trying to create a niche business. The riches are in the niches or niches, if that's the way you want to pronounce
Sorry.
it. But the thing is, I like it. Like it's thought provoking. It's like, okay, you can't sell to everybody.
Yeah,
You just can't.
I just
So-
wanted to give my perspective from
Sure.
No, I
Good
agree.
perspective.
as a
I agree.
And maybe you could have a special social pitch that will include,
Yeah.
men that don't have kids.
Have many pitches for many niches.
But
I
at the
mean,
very least, like Marcus said,
Bars.
there's that opening for referrals.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
'cause- and all of us specialize in something different.
Okay.
We really
All right.
do.
Sorry.
Let's go to the second.
Longer one.
All right. Here's
longer
my
version.
longer one.
Hi, I'm Marcus. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Marcus. I'm Lauren. Nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Amazing. Thank you.
So, what do you do, Lauren?
So I'm an auto broker, and as an auto broker, I'm actually not in the market to sell cars. Instead, I value your time and make sure that your individual needs are met. With a passion for empowering busy moms and savvy shoppers alike, I'm here to transform your car buying journey into a VIP experience. As a mom, I understand the struggles of too much to do and too little time. Instead of wasted hours at the dealership waiting on a car that has been sitting on a lot, I sit down with you and together we build your ideal car. I then do the legwork utilizing my industry connections and insider know-how. While I scour the market to find the perfect ride for your wants and needs, I'll be able to free up your time so you can focus on what matters most.
Awesome.
I love that.
The first question that pops into my head or the first thing that pops into my head when I hear that whole thing is, well, first off, that would be a great B&I pitch.
That's what That's exactly what I was
45
thinking.
second.
45 second
on the dot. And man, it nails it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the actual question I would have for you after is, I'm not just thinking, oh, that's nice. I'm thinking, oh, do you do new and used? Can you do trade-ins? What all does that encompass? And then that opens up for more conversation.
Man, I would love to sit down with you and learn about what you do and maybe share a little bit about what I do.
Oh man, it's like
Great
he's
response.
already like
She's trained.
it's crazy.
That was
We
great.
need an award. I thought that was really good. Okay, so any other feedback for Lauren's pitch?
I thought
That was
literally 45 seconds on the dot.
it was perfect. Yeah, that's like ready for networking. Bam, right now.
I mean, there's always room to improve wherever.
Yeah, but
and
she can tweak that as she moves on with what she's doing. But I thought it was great.
It's crazy that you
Yeah.
put that much work in so fast. Yeah, I mean, when you want to do stuff, guys, you can make stuff happen,
Yeah.
or you can make excuses, or
Okay.
you can make mistakes.
I was like, you learned
Like, other moms, come help me, come join me.
This is
Oh,
good,
that's-
guys.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking. Hi. I'm new.
This is our first time in the studio, guys. We're trying to get a better view of the office and get everybody included instead of everybody jammed up at my desk. So we're going to keep evolving this. I think that we're going to probably have to get a boom mic when it drops down that we can all
agree.
use.
You could just mount
or
it right there.
or like
perfect.
lapels.
Lapels would be good.
Lapels?
Well, how do you connect those
I
to
know.
the
I
computer?
think the boom mic is.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get lapel mics or we'll get a boom. Or both. Marcus is buying.
And the coolness factor. of
Maybe
the
from
boom
my
mic.
podcast. No. I've already got the
Then you'll
lapel.
have an extra mic. So
I need another mom in this
Do you?
meeting group so I can bounce my
Good. I'll have to get you.
So we're going to jump offline and do some more training. I'm bringing you guys in every week to go through training with these guys as they advance themselves as auto brokers in this community. If you have questions, leave them for us in the comments. Or if you want to give these guys feedback or give me feedback, that would be awesome. And if you've got questions about being an auto broker, working part-time from home, like Lauren, Marcus, and Clayton, please let us know. We'd love to help you guys. Have a great day.